Hi everybody, it's Carla from Casey Creates, and I'm doing a journal DeStash. I'm going to sell some of the journals. I've kind of gone back and forth about this as to whether or not it was even a good idea, but I'm hoping some of you might want to own one of my journals as part of your collection. I have sold my journals on Etsy, and sometimes just doing project shares, I'll sell them before I even get a chance to put them in Etsy, which is so flattering, and I'm very grateful to those of you who have purchased from me. But I just want to quickly show you the ones that I'm thinking of destashing, and I just think it's a good idea at this time if I try to sell them. So though I am very attached, the first one I want to show you that's for sale is my Gypsy journal, and all you have to do is email me at claywithkc@gmail.com and tell me which journal it is that you're interested in, and I can give you the price. I may just tag the price on in a blank screen after this. I'm not sure protocol on how to do this, but anyway, it's my Gypsy journal. I was very, very proud of this one. It's loaded with laces and bling and fabrics and textures, and the first page is this deep, rich burgundy red, and it's got lots of applique and velvet and a pocket here. And I'm just going to go through it quickly because I did do a video back, and it's in my video log. So this one I love with the gray and lavender combination. It's got lots of satin ribbon roses and little surprise textures. This is a pocket. This is a lace pocket, and I think you'd enjoy looking at all the various layering and textures that are here. This is my peacock page. Kind of represents the outdoors and the beautiful birds that you could find. There's a beautiful little peacock ribbon pocket there, some feathers and bling here. I also have a fun little dragonfly up in the corner. I don't know if you can see him hiding there. And then this beautiful gypsy, she's just enjoying the breeze outside with her tambourine. And then this is also a tuck spot. Next page is the last page, and it's sort of my peasant gypsy with lots of tattered pieces of lace and trim. There's some really nice wool, floral appliques, vintage buttons, burlap, trim. I have some coin dangles here. So yeah, this is also a tuck spot, and this is a little pocket. And I won't be able to load these with ephemera, but I thought if you're purchasing it and you want to tuck whatever you want down in there, there are plenty of pockets and fun little spaces for you to use. So this is my Gypsy journal that is for sale, and I hope you like it. The next one I'm calling Summer's End, and I have shown this one in a video as well if you'd like to go back. Maybe I'll link those videos if you want to see more detail. But this one is called Summer's End, and what I love about this one is all of the bright happy colors that you see in the summer, and then you'll see it kind of taper off into more of the muted fall colors on some of the pages. But it also has lots of pockets, and this one does have tags and even a couple of journals. It's got a beautiful bling brooch here that is removable. And the first one has more of the fall colors because this is the front and the back, this color theme. There's a damask fabric that it's mounted on, and a beautiful eyelet lace trim. And I do work a lot with just different textures and fabrics and patterns, and so that's kind of what this is depicting. And this is a decoupage napkin. I love this page. It's got vintage doily, and it's got one pocket here, a beautiful butterfly applique, lots of vintage lace, And then it's got another pocket here. And just showing you this is making me go, oh, I'm going to be sad if somebody wants it, but I really want to see somebody own it. This is a beautiful little tag that I did on some burlap with vintage lace trim. And it can be a gift tag or journaling tag, and it tucks down in there. And then there's some more of this beautiful doily. So that page makes me happy. This is also a side pocket. This one's kind of shabby chic with lots of pink. I actually printed onto eyelet lace trim and then decoupaged over the top. This is a really nice pocket. It can hold a pen or anything you want. So like pretty little satin rose, bow, and some floral applique and tulle. It's just loaded with texture. It's fun. I like this page. And then this page, excuse me, has a butterfly applique that I created. It's got more lace trim and an envelope that I made that's really fun because this was a paper envelope that I printed onto fabric and then I sewed it on the inside for a beautiful surprise kind of lining on the inside. So I really love that. And this was a vintage napkin with the corded lace here. So that is an envelope where you can tuck tags. I'm trying to see, yeah, I forgot. I do have a side pocket here as well. And that one got a little crinkly, but I can iron that. A beautiful little eyelet lace fabric tag. And this one I call an apron tag. I love this one. It's got tea-dyed paper, but it unties like this. And you can journal and then tie it back up like an apron bow. But it's also sort of to kind of conceal your journaling. So I love this one. And those tags just tuck down in here. I like using vintage floral print fabric as the lining. So that's lining the inside and the outside of this page. This is my mom's favorite color and it makes me a little sad, but I'm making things that remind me of her. I think she's still with us, you guys. She's just not well. So anyway, this is a beautiful lavender butterfly page. It's got a beautiful lace butterfly here and a fabric little butterfly there and lavender trims and laces and a little paper journal on the inside. And then I lined this page with some handmade paper and a little, oh, I just figured out where that bead came from right there. I'll put that back on. A little lavender paper flower and some of that pretty purple rosebud trim. And then behind here there's another surprise, and it's a lace covered paper journal. And it's got a couple doilies inside and a lot of tea-dyed paper for journaling. And it's a generous size journal, so you'd be able to write quite a few thoughts in there. The next page is again a little bit of a shabby chic theme. Excuse me. And it has butterflies and bling and satin ribbon roses and trim. You can see that. Excuse me, some baby rose print fabric. It's linen, it's really nice fabric. I've got some little shabby chic tags here. This is just a fabric tag, and this one is a card tucked down in there. Oh, and I've got a contrasting striped fabric that's really pretty and a pink butterfly applique there. And then another color combination that I really love is pink and yellow. I don't know, it just seems shabby chic to me, but this is gorgeous vintage fabric that I mounted on this page. Some more pretty lace trim, avocado dyed trim. There's a beautiful little bling piece there. Another fabric, crocheted lace fabric butterfly. I don't know if you can tell that's a butterfly. And I just did a little clustering here. There's some tatting, a little crocheted clustered flower, an acrylic rose, and another pretty little butterfly here in the corner. And I'm going to put some rayon seam binding on these tags, and they will live in this pocket. And then I love the gingham fabric here. And then I have a little, I always forget what these are called, but it's just a little fabric flip here. This is sort of my boho butterfly page. It's got embroidered butterflies and a little bit of fringy, soft, silky trim. This is vintage doily, and inside I've got again some contrasting rose print fabric and some tags here that live in here. And the last pages are Ode to Fall. We're saying goodbye to the beautiful summer colors, and this is sort of a tapestry fabric. It's also an envelope, and you can put things in there and journal on the back. There's beautiful brown little mulberry paper flower, flower applique here and here, some beautiful lace and trim, and that just tucks in there. And then the back page is very much like the front page. It's got that damask fabric with a napkin decoupaged on top, and some tattered vintage lace and trim. And so this one is for sale. This is the back with more of that eyelet lace trim that I actually copied onto. It worked out really well. There's the spine. And so there's this one that I'm calling Summer's End. So if you're interested in purchasing Summer's End, just email me and I'll give you all the information. And the last one again is another one of my favorites. It's called, I'm calling it Tattered Rose. And it's a junk journal, and it's got lots of tags and space for journaling. It's a hardcover journal. It's got a beautiful decoupaged rose on music paper, and I aged the edges. It's mounted on really pretty baby rose print fabric, and there's cheesecloth, and it's rather tattered. This is really beautiful vintage lace that was on a handkerchief. And let me apologize for the state of my hands. I probably should have, I was dyeing things with Rit dye, so you know how that goes. Anyway, let's get in here. This is vintage scrapbook paper that I love, that print. There's a pleated little tuck spot, and then I just have some journaling cards that slip under there. Then this is a beautiful fabric that I love. If you didn't know, I love rose print fabric. And so I mounted this here with some vintage rickrack, a little bit of trim on the edge, and this is a pocket. And in the pocket, this ties in a bow, and it's just beautiful pages of pink parchment paper. And I'll tie that back up in a little bit. And then another journaling card or tag that I'm going to put some seam binding on, and that lives in this pocket. And then we have a little belly band with a beautiful satin rose, and then this opens up for journaling, and it lives in there. And you can also journal on the craft paper there. I love this one. This was made with a vintage doily, and it just has some crocheted lace trim, and it's mounted on this really nice linen fabric, and then another pretty little tag that lives in there. But of course you can put more tags, more little journaling spaces. This page is pretty interactive. It's fun. It has tea-dyed paper. I stitched around it. This is beautiful damask paper, and it opens up for journaling. Or you could put a photo, I believe. A little satin ribbon rose. It tucks in there, and then this opens up and you can tuck little treasures in there as well. And I love the small print green floral pattern on there. This is another flip with eyelet lace trim. It opens up to tea-dyed paper with a little butterfly applique, and you can journal there and journal there. This is a paper bag, and you can tuck things in there. And then this little lace covered pocket is the flap of the bag, but it's got a sweet little tag as well that lives in there. So there is this page, which is some dictionary, scrapbook paper. There's a satin flower there, and this flips open, and there's journaling paper here, and that tucks there. This is a fabric pocket that I made. It's got a little burlap trim, satin ribbon rose, some vintage tatting, and I stitched around that one as well. And then these just are lace trimmed pages with a little tab for journaling. Tab here, space for journaling there. These are my fairy pages because I can't have a journal that doesn't say fairy somewhere. So this is a beautiful little tag, and then I've got some kind of rainbowy stenciled staining on these pages. There's a leaf there. This is a chiffon handkerchief that I just decoupaged a piece of it onto the side. I like that effect. And this is some napkin that I decoupaged onto tea stained paper. Another page that's tissue paper decoupaged onto an envelope. And then that bright pop of red rose, I love that. And then an envelope, and you can tuck things in there. Another page with decoupaging, but you can journal on all of it. I love the tea stains. They may not show up as well here. It's a little bit of applique, more of the stenciled staining, rainbow staining. Pretty little piece of fabric with a bright little blingy flower. And then the last of the fairy theme is this vintage fairy napkin that I decoupaged onto tea-dyed paper. Here I have a vellum little corner pocket, and it's trimmed with vintage lace and a little tag, and I will add seam binding to all these tags. There's a vintage lace trim on there, advertising paper, and you can journal on the back of this page. These are some paper doilies that I tea-dyed, and you can journal on both of those, of course. An eyelet lace trim on the edge, journaling space, another belly band here, and it's on some really pretty vintage rose print fabric. I love this page. It's got a beautiful vintage rose print tag with some rayon seam binding. And then this is some beautiful vintage corded lace mounted on tea-dyed paper. And this lives in there. And then another space for journaling, and this little corner flips up for journaling. And the last page is vintage lace trim on some dictionary paper. And it's a pocket where you can tuck tags. And then there's more of that handmade craft paper there. And then the back is more of the scrapbook paper there. And this is the back. Some floral print ribbon. And this is that baby rose print fabric that I covered most of the front with. You just can't see it very well. But I love this one as well, and I hope you love it too. Let me know if you're interested in purchasing. Again, just come to my email page, and I will let you know the price. I'll also let you know if it has sold so that you'll know if it's still available or not. But thank you all so much for your support. This one is Tattered Rose. This one is Summer's End. This one, of course, is the Gypsy Journal. And I will be back again soon I hope you all are well. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.